Hello everyone! In today's video, I'm going to be modifying and mounting a Ford Bronco body onto this MST CMX chassis. All the footage in this video is from earlier this year when I finally got around to mounting a body onto the MST CMX 1/10 scale crawler chassis I built a while back. The chassis was a lot of fun to build and seemed like a great base for a smaller size crawler. The kit went together very easy and the instructions were well written with helpful diagrams. Certainly would make a great kit for both experienced hobbyists or beginners. Although the build video I made for this chassis isn't up to the quality of my newer content, I'll be sure to include a link below in the description if you'd like more info about the kit and the electronics I used. To get started, the first thing I wanted to do with the truck was power it up and make sure everything still works. As you can see, everything was functioning well, so I moved on to working on the body. This is the body I'll be mounting to this chassis. It's a Tamiya Ford Bronco that I cut and painted a while back. I really like the paint scheme on this body. I used white, black, and silver Tamiya PS paint. Unfortunately though, I applied the silver and black a little light, causing some of the white paint to show through. For those who might not be familiar with painting clear polycarbonate bodies, you generally paint the body from the inside, starting with the darkest color, and gradually apply lighter and lighter colors. In this case, I applied the coats of black and silver too light, causing some of the white paint that was applied after to show through. It's not a big deal, especially since this body is not going to be a shelf queen, but I thought it was worth spending a little time to improve the appearance. Since the black sections was where the white paint underneath was most visible, I decided to paint these sections from the outside of the body. I started by masking the trim that goes around the sides and rear of the body. I then carefully applied some black paint using an airbrush. It looks much better now, so I moved on to painting the window trim. Again, the window trim looks great. Not only are they now solid black, but they also have a slightly more satin, rubber-like appearance. Finally, I painted the fender flares, this time using flat black. Now with the paint on the outside, it is prone to being scratched off. However, because there is black paint underneath the polycarbonate, any scratches won't be too visible. With the paint looking better, I decided to apply all the decals. Tamiya provides a great selection of decals for this Bronco body. I didn't go too crazy with the decals, but the addition of the lights and emblems really looks nice. At this point, I turned my attention to figuring out how I was going to mount the body to the chassis. I wasn't going to be using the body mounts that were included with the kit, since I don't want to have to drill any holes in the body. But I did want to make some mounts that utilized the same mounting holes on the chassis. I designed and 3D printed some custom mounts that will use magnets to secure the body. Also, as you'll see later on, the design allows for the body to be flipped up for easy access to the battery. These mounts are easy to install because they fit exactly how the ones included with the kit would mount and use the same hardware. Here I'm gluing the magnets onto the 3D printed body mounts using a strong 2-part epoxy. I also designed and printed this piece that goes on the back, which gives me a flat surface to glue the magnets to. After getting the rear body mount secured, I began test fitting the body to determine how much material would need to be removed from the mounts for the body to be aligned properly. I didn't want the body to sit too high up or too far back on the chassis. After modifying the mounts, I glued the magnets to the body. For the rear, I ended up needing to glue a styrene piece because the 3D printed part was positioned a little too low. At this point, the body was sitting exactly how I wanted it to. The wheelbase of the chassis is a little short for this body, so at some point in the future I'll be lengthening the wheelbase. However, for now it was alright. I designed and printed a custom grille for this body, however it requires the front headlights to be repositioned. Since I had an event coming up where I wanted to drive this truck, for now I just installed the stock grille. At this point, the body was mounted and the truck was ready to drive. Aside from the wheelbase being off, I'm already really liking how the truck looks, and I'm very pleased with the magnetic body mounts and easy access to the battery. There are still a lot of things I'd like to do to the truck to make it look even more scale. However, I mounted this body just a day before I left to go down to Florida for the ultimate Scale Truck Expo. 2019 was the first year I attended the Ultimate Scale Truck Expo, and the event was amazing. I don't attend many events like this, and wasn't completely sure what to expect, but the event totally exceeded all my expectations. It's a great event for scale truck enthusiasts to connect, learn, and show off their work, as well as allow vendors to display their products and interact with customers in a really nice, relaxed environment. This event isn't a comp. Aside from a few competitive events such as vintage buggy racing, it's really more of just a chill environment to socialize, learn, and do some trail driving. And speaking of trail driving, the trails at USTE are unbelievable. Not just because of the huge amount of trails that are there, but the quality and attention to detail each one has. These trails are not just your regular footpaths through the woods, they are handcrafted with each rock, stick, and obstacle being strategically placed, along with some incredible bridges. I didn't do much filming at this event, not really knowing what to expect, but I certainly wish I had, because just talking about it doesn't really do this event and these trails justice. These trails are designed for very scale crawlers, like Class 0 and Class 1 trucks, though obviously even something like this CMX is a lot of fun to drive, but a little too capable in my opinion, as it felt like I was going through just about every obstacle in easy mode, since again, the trails are designed for super scale trucks, but still a ton of fun regardless. I'll be sure to include a link to the Ultimate Scale Truck Expo's website in the description if you'd like to learn more. I'd certainly recommend this event to anyone interested in scale trucks. I did get to meet some of you guys there, and I appreciate everyone who said hi. I also want to thank the folks at USTE for sending me the invitation. I'm hoping to make it back next year, which is coming up really quick. It'll be held on February 21st through the 23rd, 2020, so about 4 months from the date of uploading this video. As you could see, the Bronco did great. I really enjoyed driving this truck, and I especially like the shorter wheelbase. I've put several miles on it, and the only issue is a flaky ESC that only goes in reverse when it feels like it. I haven't actually driven the truck or done anything with it since USTE 2019, but that's soon going to change, and I'm looking forward to making some modifications and really boosting the scale appearance of the Bronco. But that is all for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.